Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored by Stern and Spiegel LLP, 516-873-1683. Let us solve your problems. And by Tiffany Dry Cleaners, pickup and delivery in West Hempstead and surrounding areas, 718-309-5222. And by our friends at I&D Glot Market for all of your kosher shopping as well as your holiday needs. Here are your hosts, David and Norm. Take it away, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Dan. And Norm, great to be back.
Happy fall.
Yeah, breaking news. I drove by Echo Pool and I actually saw two workers on the scaffolding correcting or fixing the plexiglass, and they've been doing that forever. But I did see two workers there, so
I was hoping it would fill the pool.
Well, maybe again it was Don Clavin up there doing his weekly inspections or something. I don't know.
The truth is, if my hose would actually reach all the way to Echo Pool, you never know. And
I'm willing to come by and clean it once a week.
Yeah, we'll do whatever it takes, and but there are improvements going on in the community all the time. Case in point. New benches were installed right by the park. You want to tell us about that?
Chestnut Street's playground. The school put in two benches. I guess the teachers want to sit on it, but on the weekends, parents are going to love it. There are two benches that are still roped off because I guess they're setting in concrete, and they're going to wait another week or so. But once they take the tape off, the parents are going to be able to sit and watch the kids play on weekends, and that's a terrific thing.
Great addition to the community.
And a brief thank you to our friend Joe Verone for calling this to our attention. Thank you.
Yeah, we would
Joe.
have never known. And Joe is always looking out to seeing what's going on in the community, and taking that picture was super helpful to us. Newsday had an interesting headline today. Long Island tourism spending tops pre-pandemic high. And it talks about...
what do we go from $10 to $15 or something?
No, actually it's $6.6 billion last year, up 14.4%. And, the numbers are pretty significant. So, I wanted to ask the question, what tourism is going on in West Hempstead? What are you aware of?
Oh, well, we have some real landmarks. We have the silo at the old dairy barn,
which has been re-erected.
That might be a
resurrected.
landmark.
I don't know, something like that.
Well, other than that, I can't think of anything in West Hempstead that anybody would take a trip for. But we do have the Roosevelt Field Mall.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a mall in 5 years. I don't know who's going there, but clearly that's an attraction.
Yeah, and also you do have the Hempstead Lake State Park, which you got people coming in from all over the area, perhaps not from out of state, but certainly local. And in Garden City, where you have a major hotel, and you do get tourists that seem to be walking around there as well. But West Hempstead proper, maybe not as much.
Yeah, feel free to send in your suggestions, folks, if there's something on Maple Street you like or something.
Yeah, and I think this is probably a good time for us to take a pause for our commercial.
Tiffany Dry Cleaner is ready to handle all your cleaning, laundering, and dry cleaning needs. We offer free pickup and delivery Sunday to Friday in all communities. Give us a shot.
And welcome back. So, we typically don't talk about weather, but, this weekend we got a bunch of things coming up. I know for the Jewish community, you have Yom Kippur that's coming up this weekend. But I hear we're going to have a washout. There's what they're talking about being a subtropical front that may or may not stall in our area, dropping, anywhere from 2 to 5 inches potentially of rain. But the other thing I just wanted to quickly mention is, if you haven't reseeded your lawn yet, now is probably a good time to do it.
Not only the lawns, but also bushes, shrubbery, trees. They say the fall is a good time to plant them, and so fall is here.
Yeah, if you've been holding off and your lawn got beat up by the hot sun and all the dogs doing their business, perhaps now is the time to repair it.
I wouldn't wait until Saturday or Sunday, though, folks, because that's when the rain's supposed to be bucketing down. Yeah. Bring your boots and raincoats.
And speaking of repairs, I think we actually have to do a correction. I'm trying to tie in the repair and correction word, and give a correction to a story that we did last week about the West Hempstead Backgammon Tournament. And the closed captioning, which is auto-generated, incorrectly had the founder of the backgammon tournament, as well as the person who came in second place, fonted as Paul Hurwitz. not Paul Gurewitz, which is his name. So my apologies to Paul Gurewitz, and I also extend my apologies to Paul Hurwitz, who was being impersonated by Paul Gurewitz accidentally. So
I will say I'm friends with both of them. I have since corrected it. Paul Hurwitz has been mistaken for Paul Gurewitz on occasions before, and should the next West Hempstead Chinese checkers tournament come up, we'll try and get the names correct.
absolutely, can't wait for that, and can chess be far behind. Slow start for the West Hempstead football team, the Rams. They're off to 0-3 start, 11th in the league. They lost last week 21-14 against Valley Stream South, and we're rooting for them to turn it around.
It's early. They have a good shot at it, so we'll see.
Yeah, and Norm, a couple of things that are going on locally. One of the things is a tax seminar. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so for the first time, I'm going to attend the tax seminar. It's a chance to lower your taxes. I've been paying third-party people for years to lower my taxes, and they take half the savings, so I only pay half the increase, which means they're getting some of my tax money. And I think there's a chance for me to do it on my own. So I'm going to be at Echo Park, September 22nd, which is this Friday at 1 o'clock. You can join me there and learn how to lower your taxes, or you could attend the second one they're doing October 13th at 1 o'clock. That's also a Friday, I believe. But that's a chance for you to make a difference in what comes out of your pocket.
Absolutely.
And that's the property tax that they were dealing with. This isn't like your income tax or that kind of thing.
Right. This is property tax only, right?
Yeah, and Norm, you're so right. It is insane. Whatever savings you give to the third party, and then your taxes go up the following year. You can't win, and it's sort of like the system is rigged.
The system is rigged, and I'm going to try and get off that roller coaster.
Oh boy, yeah, time to go to Coney Island. So, Norm, down the block on Hempstead Avenue at the Malvern Theater, we got a bunch of exciting movies that are showing.
Agatha Christie movie is A Haunting in Venice, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, which is again a sequel.
By the way, I'm waiting for number 4. 3, I'm just going to be skipping over.
This woman has apparently made a career out of this, and she's perfectly fine. And they're occasionally funny movies.
Can you imagine if they merge Fast and Furious with My Fat Big Greek? I mean,
or even The Equalizer would make it a better movie.
There you go.
So Equalizer 3 is also running in the movie theater, and Golda, which I'm really looking forward to, and the Oppenheimer movie is also playing in Malvern. Pack a Lunch. It's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah. So lots to do in West Hempstead, lots to do in Malvern, and you know what? If you want to do some tourism and check out Hempstead Turnpike and watch a tire being installed, please go ahead and do it.
Swing by the Capri Motel if you like.
Yeah, we got all the rest stops that you could possibly think of. Well, actually, Capri is closed, as we know, for the duration. So thank you very much, Dan. Thank you very much, Norm. This has been a great episode of This Week in West Hempstead. Join us next week.
Enjoy the fall.
Thanks for watching, everybody. If you would like to sponsor our program, much like Stern & Spiegel or Tiffany Dry Cleaners, or in fact I&D Glot Market, please reach out to us at sales@westhempsteadecho.com.